As the I like that. As the as you go through the season, I mean, there's always stuff, and that's just what it is. And even though the game wasn't a close game at the end of the game for the score, it was a nip and tuck game for a lot of time. I mean, guys got a lot of snaps, and so it's just the normal wear and tear. But yeah, I think we're going to be okay.
Any update on Sean Robinson?
He's still going to be a day-to-day guy for us.
Coach, can you explain your evaluation of Echo Boyd-Out? Through the first couple weeks, he hasn't had an opportunity to make a ton of plays, but sometimes for corners.
That's not a bad thing. You're on the same page with me there. Yeah. No, he's just rock solid. I mean, I think he understands in the corner room. I think he's probably the guy that understands things the most. He's got a ton of snaps under his belt. He's extraordinarily fast. He's got ability to make plays. I mean, he's just been really solid, and the fact that he hasn't been tested, I think, is a testament maybe to him.
Have you ever coached a team that picked off a pass in 4 straight drives?
I don't think so. Now, I've been a part of teams that have thrown some like that, but I don't know if I've been on the other end of that. It's not bad. I like it better on this side.
Their quarterback, Brad, he's presenting some problems.
He's a stud. Yeah, he's a really good player. He's extremely sharp, extremely tough. I mean, he took some big shots last week and just jumped up and, Rocky Balboa style, and I thought he showed a lot of heart in that stuff. I think he makes good decisions. He knows what to do with the ball. He looks very, very comfortable out there, and he's played a lot of snaps in his career. So I think he's definitely going to be one of the better quarterbacks that we see this year.
How good are they in their RPO game?
I think their RPO game is good. I don't know if they've gotten into as much of it as maybe they plan to. But, yeah, I think they've got good design with their stuff. Coach Swoboda's, I've known about him for many, many years, and he's, really, really innovative in the things that he does. And I think he knows exactly what he wants to do. And so I'm interested to see some new things this week.
Do you feel like, not trying to take a shot at any of the other teams, but this might be the most talented offense that you guys have faced up to this point?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say. I know that they've got some really, really talented skill kids with speed, a confident quarterback, veteran guys on the O-line. They got a really solid playmaking tight end. They got a tailback that's tough and runs hard and is good in protection and things like that. Yeah, I think he's. I mean, these guys are a lot better than any record of the past would indicate. This is a scary football team.
I mean, they played UMass and Alcorn State. Put up a lot of points. Is there any challenges just due to the level of competition they've played as far as looking at film this week?
It's difficult with a new coordinator. It's probably one of the biggest challenges we've had all year. It's a new coordinator on a new team, and they haven't really been in any competitive games. And so for coaches, it's harder for us to sink our teeth into things that they may do. So it's a little bit more our players, executing with technique and executing the calls that we put in there, and us trying to adjust to things as the game goes on.
Considering what you went through last season and going through it in the off season, how impressive is it what Sincere Mason is doing right now?
I love that kid, man. He's just a mash unit, kind of walking around. He's got old man knees, and he's got old man shoulders, but he's just extraordinarily steady. I mean, I don't know if there's a more intelligent player on our defense. He understands every position. It's hard to catch him out of position, and he reminds me of it sometimes. But he's only 9 months out from ACL surgery. Some people aren't even. They're still in the process of their rehab at that time. He's already been playing ball games and hasn't missed a thing that we've done since the summer. So, just a lot of respect for him.
When you do the film review, do you kind of get to have fun with a guy like that? He kind of basically stole an interception from one of his teams.
Well, we give candy out to guys when they get interceptions, and we always tease him about being one of the bigger safeties. So we give him celery sticks and carrot sticks and things like that.
We've heard offensive players complain about the conditions last week. As a defensive guy, do the defensive players like playing in that stuff?
I don't know if anybody enjoys playing in that stuff. I thought, I didn't mind. I didn't even notice it, to be honest with you. I did notice that, the crowd was ready to go, and I wish that it wasn't so, for such a big game to have that weather event happen. When you haven't played that team in so many years, you kind of probably watered that out a little bit. I thought the crowd that was there was fantastic. It was awesome. Noise was a problem for Missouri early in that game, and hopefully we get them back here sometime in the future and can really show them what this environment's all about.
How much of a problem is that noise when it comes to your defense calling out?
That's the opposite end of it. Yeah, it's a problem for their offense. It's a problem for our defense. And Coach Klanderman does a great job. We practice with noise all the time on defense when we play home games. So we're talking non-verbally and through eye contact and through different signals and things that we have. And I think our guys are getting a little more comfortable with that. I think that's still a work in progress for us to a degree, but that's we're trying to make that our home. Is that kind of environment.
And Tulane's running about 60% of the time. How much does that link to their RPO and their play fake?
Yeah, I think for them the scariest part is that the RPO game and the the play action Dovers and the boot series and the all the run action pass game that they have. I think that's a huge part of how they create explosive plays, and if we can minimize those explosive plays, we're going to be okay.
With 1 Josh Hayes and 2 Kobe Savage back there, just how good of a 1-2 punch can those guys be?
I think they're phenomenal. I think they're doing a great job, and they're both new players. Kobe, in particular, improved so much from week 1 to week 2, and I know he had a pretty good game against South Dakota, but he was better against Missouri. And I think Josh, having missed the South Dakota game, will improve quite a bit between what he did in Missouri and what he can do this week.
JUCO guys are sometimes hard to find on the recruiting trail. How did you uncover Kobe in that process?
He was a late one for us. We were, we'd heard about him through a connection that we had, and I went down there personally, instantly, and we I'd gotten to know him a little bit on the phone and just fell in love with his personality. I think his coaching staff down there had nothing but great things to say about him. Just a tremendously under-recruited kid. I think we've been ahead of it a little bit. I think we were hitting the when the transfer portal became a thing, I think we did a good job of not necessarily going to find those guys that are falling from Georgia or wherever. We were looking for the great FCS players, the great group of 5 players, and we had a lot of success with those guys, with the Tim Horns and that. And then I think people kind of got onto that, and that became the hot thing last year, and nobody was recruiting the junior colleges. So there was a lot of really good junior college players out last year that at semester time, and Kobe happened to be one of them, and he fits what we're doing culture-wise, just a tremendous individual, and we're lucky to have him.
Coach, can you explain maybe why those players that aren't coming from Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, what have you, have fit really well in your program?
Why they have not?
No, yeah, well, why the players that you have gone after have fit instead of those players
well,
that maybe haven't targeted as much?
Because I think we do a better job of looking at not just, hey, that's a really good athlete. There's a lot of really good athletes all over the place. Are you going to fit the locker room? Are you going to, are you going to enhance our culture? Are you going to be a guy that's going to be reliable in every aspect, as a student, as a citizen, as a player? Those are the guys that we're looking for, more so than the guy that runs 4.3. We'd love to have those too, but only if they're going to do it our way.
How is Will Honus progressing, and how does he fit into the defensive structure?
Will's looking really good. Will play a weak side linebacker for us, is where he spends most of his time. He could potentially be a Mike linebacker for us if need be in a pinch. Extremely intelligent guy. His progress is coming really good day to day also.
What surprised you the most about how well those new guys have kind of meshed the defense in the backfield?
I'm just excited about the leadership that they're bringing. I think guys look to Josh Hayes as a leader. I think guys look to Kobe Savage as a leader, and they didn't ask for that. That's just who they are. They come out and they show up every day. They're always doing extra. I just got done spending some time with them extra. I didn't ask them to come in. That's the way they are, and I think that they're going to stay after practice and do extra things. It's just. Their habits have been infectious to our locker room, and that's what's impressed me so much about those guys, to have that amount of impact in the short amount of time that they've been here.